Okay, here's the projects I'm working on, and what I'm doing is I'm getting rid of that burn mark where it's welded, and I'm making it look like this. And how we do that is with a machine like this, Amazon special. You dip it in the fluid there, and you just wash it away. And you can see how clean it's getting it. See that? You can see the difference where it's burned and where it's not. Just gonna go around and clean all of it. Probably do it on the end too. Isn't that cool? See right where it's cleaned it. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish cleaning this, and we'll go from there. Okay, that's it. It's finished. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. And that's the inside. Again, this is just a lid for a mixer. I know a lot of people, or you hear of a lot of people saying, oh, you know, I know how to weld, I'm a welder. And yeah, they can weld certain things, but you know, doing something like that, you know, you have to have a lot more experience to be able to do this. One day I'm, you know, a trailer out here doing this type of work. You know, we're doing repair, rust repair and all of that. You know, next day I might be building something like this. You know, this is my trailer, my personal trailer that I built right here in my shop. I think I built this 3 years ago. Then one day I might be doing something like this. You know, it's a custom bumper, all 3/16 plate, that I did for my truck. You know, then one day I might be making some custom plates. You know, when I built this, I built it, you know, chains. These come out. You know, I got a bunch of different kinds. 1/8 inch steel fenders. You know, solid wood ramps for cars, equipment, you know, whatever. Steps. You know, you can jump on a fender and not have to worry about it caving in. But you know, there's a lot more to welding than a lot of people realize. You know, it's just not sitting there, you know, welding parts together. I like to do a variety of different things. I got this to build. That obviously, you know, built this. have a little CNC mill here. You know, this was cut on my plasma, and I got a bunch of these to make. Well, apparently he liked my price on those, so I'll be building 150 of those. And today I'm going to go ahead and yank some aluminum off this and start cutting some aluminum for console, fuel tank, and that type of stuff. But it's nice to be able to do a variety of different things. Go out, get the experience from different shops and learn your trade before you jump out on your own. And you might be busy, you know, not just stuck doing the same thing over and over. That's how I've got to where I'm at. Okay, got the aluminum down from the rack over there, and I got some drops. So I got some drops there, I got some drops there, got some drops there, I got some drop there. So this material is already paid for, so it's pretty much profit there. What we're going to do is we're going to cut the sides for this boat console. Okay, we got our torch where we need it to go, and we're just going to zero our axes, and then we're just going to hit run. And we're going to cut some console sides. This is 1/8 inch aluminum. The water's evaporated some. I got it down an inch. I normally keep it right to the top of the slat. And the reason being is if you don't have it up to the bottom of the sheet, you'll get smoked when you're cutting steel. So with the aluminum, I don't want the water coming up, so I'd rather have the water level a little bit lower with the aluminum. I get better cuts with the aluminum that way. And that's why you have the water level right up to the bottom of the sheet when you're cutting steel. Because it'll fill this room up with smoke in a hurry. And that's the purpose of a water table. I know some of you guys, you have downdrafts and think it's better. The water cools the sheet also, so it prevents warpage. And that's the cut quality. The only dross on this is right here where the slats are, and it comes right off. So that's how clean of a cut it cuts aluminum. I mean, that's a really, really nice cut. And then that's the front. But I'll go ahead and I'll blow these off and get them dry and wipe them down. I'm used to using, I learned how to use the CNC machine. My first CNC machine I ever used was a water jet. I'm used to the water. Just, you know, doing different types of fabrication where I did the stainless top, you know, that's 18 gauge stainless. The torch will, you know, it'll warp the metal. So having the water table, to me, is really nice. If I, you know, cut the same material all the time and it was thicker material, you know, maybe a downdraft would be better. But in my case, I like the water table. And I just put water in it, and that's pretty much it. I don't put any additives or any of that stuff in it. Because here in Florida, you know, I cut 4 or 5 sheets. The water gets warm. You know, that'll evaporate 1 inch to 2 inches of water, and that's 6 by 11 water table. You know, that much water will evaporate in a few days. You know, because the humidity's so high here. But that's what I got going on today, and I'm gonna finish cutting the rest of the pieces. All right, I got all the pieces cut, ready to weld together. That's the door. That's the lower part of the console. The 2 sides here, and then that back piece right there. That will be this piece right here. I'll go ahead and I'll bend those 2. That way it can be in one piece. That seam looks nicer. And this one also, it looks nicer with it rounded. All the rest of them I'll grind down and sand. I'll probably have this powder coated white also. But there's all my pieces. Let's put it together. Well, I got my version 10 foot 60 ton press. You know, it's not a real heavy gauge machine, but I can bend 10 gauge at 8 foot on it. So with the 1 inch lower, it bends it with no problem. But check out the console. Okay, this is the console now. Look at that bend. That's coming out nice. So that's what the console looked like. I just have this setting up on here to get my bends correctly. There's the opening. There'll be a shelf in there, and then that's the door for the front of it. It's going to be a really nice console when it's done. You'll have your steering wheel right here, you know, your controls right there. It's coming along pretty nice. I just have it tacked together right now. I'm going to go ahead and tack that top piece on and square it up and get it ready for welding. Okay, now we got it all tacked together. You see, that's a bent piece. It's bent here also. It looks nicer because that's what you're going to see. This will be a welded joint. I mean, I probably could have made that front piece all one piece, but I've already, my first one, I didn't have that press brake out there, so I didn't want to bend it on this one. But that's the console. It's all ready to be welded up. Once it's welded, I'll DA it down, and I think I'll send this one to powder coat. I still got to make some, bend up the holders that go there. I got to put the shelf in there, and another holder here, and put the door on the front of it. And that's the console. All right, this is what we got going on today. Got my stainless lid ready to be picked up. Fuel tank bent up. Fuel tank and console. Got the console welded up yesterday. Got the inside shelf here. I'll put that in later. I also, for this, I have what I call tool holders. Got them bent up, but where these go, set them up here for now. But one gets welded here, and then the other one gets welded down here. So there'll be two of them, so they can put, you know, sledgehammers and tools in this. This is going on a work barge, but that's the console that I cut the other day. I got the door on in there. You know, shelf will go halfway. That's what that piece is for. I'm waiting on the latch. I went ahead and ordered that. Some aluminum for the trailer out there. But right now I'm pretty much trying to get this fuel tank done. Same as the last one. 11-gallon. I gotta do some battery holders and a few other things, but that's what I got going on so far. Okay, we got this fuel tank done. I have the filler nozzle right here in this box, if I can figure out how to open it. Oh yeah, there we go. So I got the vented cap. I got the coupling coming tomorrow. I got the other coupling coming with the down tube for this fuel tank. But we got that fuel tank done. We got the console here ready. And I totally forgot that we're making this box 16 high by 24. So we'll go ahead, we'll make this one piece. So that's why I sheared the 58 by 16 and then the 17 by 24 for both the sides, which I have right here. There's my long piece, and we'll go ahead and we'll come out here and we'll bend them up, and we'll have the it's actually a storage box that I'm making, and that the drop, which is more than a half a sheet, that will be for the lid. I need an 18.5 by 26.5 for the lid, and that's what I'm doing now. Okay, this is what we got going on right now. We got this entry gate that came in, and this bar is completely destroyed. I guess the gate opener, the limit switch failed. So that right there tells me they had the limit switch wired incorrectly. You want to wire it normally closed. So if it fails, the gate won't open, instead of destroying your gate. But looking at this, I found out why this broke. One, it's not welded here. Two, it's only welded on one side. So it's naturally going to peel off. And three, they didn't need this piece of angle or piece of flat bar going all the way across the bottom of the gate. Kind of looks ugly to me. I'd have done two at the top or two at the bottom, or at least made this a channel is what I would have done. Or if you're going to do this, I'd weld it on both sides. But this is what happens when you get people that don't care about what they do. You know, this is what happens. Alright, this is what we got going on today. Got to finish drilling some holes. Got to go install this tomorrow at our local dump. And got my console all welded up. Shelf inside. Probably install that tomorrow. I got my storage box done, my fuel tank for the pontoon barge. I was just waiting on a fitting. I got this fitting here. That'll get welded on there for my fill cap. I'm waiting on my my pickup that goes here before I weld that bung on. That console is replacing this console. I guess this is how you build it when you don't have the correct stuff. And we got the crane off of the base. This was the base that was on there originally. Again, it looks like whatever material we had laying around. There's our crane right there that we took off of the pontoon boat, or the crane boat there, with the base. So what we have now is we have a custom base that I built, and the crane mounted. So that's mounted there. I just got to figure out the hydraulics on it. Again, we're going to take that console off, get that out of there. We got a new steering assembly coming. What we got over here, we got to take this and clean all of the we got to get the deck off of it, get all this stuff off of that. We're going to redeck this boat here. This came in yesterday. The hanger was completely broken off. Our shackles on the other side were broken. We got all of that fixed. We got new shackles on there, so that's fixed. This is the frame that came off of this trailer right here, and we got that all welded in. We had to get that in there to put the tires back on to get this out of the way so we can do this pontoon boat over here. Got plenty of work. Been extremely busy, but we got to get this here done and out of here this week. And on top of this, I went ahead, I put my order in for my material, so I have my material coming for that pontoon boat tomorrow. That was quite pricey. That deck's getting done all in 3/16 aluminum, plus I have to build a storage compartment like so for that boat. And then also I have 50 of these racks to do. They're weed eater racks. After I get done with those 50, I got 30 of these blower racks to do. I still have to fabricate this out of aluminum, but I need a keypad size. Customer still hasn't picked this up. Customer dropped this off today. That's a custom project. Another customer dropped this crap off that somebody else did. I mean, it's unbelievable the crappy workmanship people do. I mean, come on. You can't, if you can't do something, right, don't do it at all. I mean, that's bull crap. This doesn't stand up. They didn't clean up none of the edges. This folds way too wide. And what's funny is the guy brought a stand to match this. He couldn't cut these, so he got them all screwed up. Look at the metal. He couldn't even grind the metal up. Couldn't even paint it correctly. So, I mean, what kind of crap is this? Can't even finish your welds out. I mean, people are sorry as hell. So, I mean, even a little project like this, you can't even do it right. People are extremely sorry. And this is why I stay busy, because people don't give a damn. I at least take pride in my work. But that's what I got going on in the shop today.